All right, so
Yeah.
going right into it here. Just want everyone to be aware it has kind of switched to more of a campaign type thing, and wondering how the scheduling would work out right off the bat. Would everybody be able to meet this time slot once every week or once every 2 weeks?
I'm good
Probably.
every week. Yeah.
Usually, but I do on occasion end up out of town visiting family on weekends more often, sometimes middle of the week. But I'd let you know as soon as if anything ever comes up and I would be missing an event, I'd let you know as soon as I find out, kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
About the same. I could probably do every week, but occasionally I might have to do other things.
At this time, yeah, I'm pretty much always available. I've got a thing that's gonna be happening until 4 on Sundays. Um, but that's this seems to be happening at 5 my time.
Okay. Okay. Next thing I wanted to mention is this is a really big party. So everybody kind of has their little roles and specialities. So when the time comes, kind of let that player have it. And if you notice that somebody really hasn't had a minute, to speak or role play, maybe try to include them in any way you can.
Gotcha.
Sounds good.
Sometimes I've had issues with players arguing over magic items. So, the way I like to do that is everybody votes for a player to get it, but you cannot vote for yourself.
Sounds fair.
That sounds neat.
So I'd drop you somewhere like here, and I would get a vote as well, and we would all kind of just go from there.
Yeah.
Next thing I wanted to mention is just because you are proficient in a tool does not mean that you currently have the tool. You still have to buy your tool kits if they are not in your inventory.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Extreme metagaming can be punishable by anti-inspiration, which is essentially giving the DM inspiration to use. And further instances, a level of exhaustion. And getting right into the story bit of it, we have somebody trying to assemble a team to locate about 500,000 gold pieces. Throughout the story, it's important that the party becomes a tight knit group that can rely on each other.
Yeah, trust that everybody's gonna get their piece, their share.
Is there anything anybody else wanted to talk about or bring up now before we kind of really get into it?
Yeah, I have a question about um, starting gold. I know that sometimes it's determined by like your background and stuff, but then in one of the other one shots we did, we were like rolling for gold, and I just wasn't sure.
Yeah, there's 25 as a noble, and how does that factor in?
So basically, you just take your class starting equipment, and you may get extra gold due to your background as a separate kind of thing.
Ah, that's separate. Okay. So no starting wealth, just equipment. Gotcha.
Okay, cool.
Did anybody else have anything?
No, all good.
So if I'm correct, I think we only have one Waterdeep, like native here, Waterdevian they are called. Is that the case?
Garrett's from Waterdeep.
Jackdaw's not from Waterdeep, but he's been sort of traveling around, like nearby it recently. So he's familiar and has been in the area for some time, but he's not from there.
Okay, okay.
I would definitely not be from Waterdeep, but I might know of it very well due to my background as a noble. I'd have dealings with it.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, Ned West
Where do you think I'd be
is
from?
a criminal family. She probably knows about things that are going on.
Okay, I guess we're ready to get in. Did you guys want to get right into it, or?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm loving this music, by the way.
Thank you. So, wherever the player characters find themselves, you've all come into possession of a mysterious letter.
Can we open it and read it? Or do we each have one?
I think we each have one.
You each have your own.
Okay, gotcha.
You should have got the pop-up, did you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So when we start the adventure, all the players will be in the yawning portal, meeting up for the first time, and then I'll kind of let you guys take it from there. Do your character introductions, what you look like and what you act like, sort of deal. The one that has summoned you here may ask you a few questions, and we'll go from there.
Great. Sorry, quick logistical question. On Roll20, is there a way for me to hide all of the portraits of everybody? There's so many, it's like blocking half my screen.
Go into the settings under video. There's, let me get the setting name. Player video avatar size, and you just click it to names only.
Perfect. Thank you.
When the players are all ready, I will move you guys over to the yawning portal. One last thing I did want to mention is this campaign has a lot of theater of the mind, and there will not be a map for every single room. Just a little heads up.
Alright.
Great.
Welcome to the yawning portal.
Looks busy.
Very busy.
Very busy indeed.
Yeah.
This is cool art.
About 85 busy. Yeah, it's about 85.
Okay.
So
So you guys kind of trickle in one by one. You were spotted immediately. By a man near a back room. In this area.
Okay.
Who seems to be motioning you that way, and Cedric Rain, that would be you.
I see you found your way in one piece.
walking in right now.
Yeah, you guys are walking in and being beckoned by a figure near a back room.
That's Cedric Rain is the person beckoning us, or is it someone else?
You wouldn't know their name, but it is them, yes.
Okay, do they look like the Night Cat?
Yeah.
Okay. Excuse me. Pardon me. Oh, watch the foot. Watch. Down here. Excuse me.
Watch it.
You see a small humanoid scurrying in between the legs of other tavern goers, as runs his way over to the same corner that Cedric's located at. Looks a little frazzled.
And you guys kind of step into the back room collectively, taking a seat at the table. And as you do, it's a great time to get those character introductions done. Any volunteers?
Well, I was going to say, just as the door is closing, you see a short human sort of pop in the door really quickly. She's wearing a green hood, tacked over her face. You can't really see any features, and she immediately goes off puts her back to a wall and goes off into a corner, keeping an eye on everyone.
I currently look like a random mercenary, just in a nice cloak with some armor on. I blend into the crowd, but I'm making my way.
Just make sure you mention your character names as well. Caster and the last player was speaking was
Okay, sorry.
Miss Green.
Miss Green.
Miss Green?
I sort of curtsy, bend over slightly, roll my hand and go, the name's Miss Green.
Pleasure.
You see a small male gnome. He sort of jumps up onto the table, and he sort of bows a little bit, tilts his head down, spreads his arm, and says, "Jackdaw Miter at your service." And he's got sort of a straw yellow hair and piercing blue eyes. He's quite short, and he looks on the older side, but he's got a lot of energy and exuberance. And he pulls a flower out of, you're not exactly sure where, it just sort of seems to appear in his hand. And he leans for it and hands it to the person who beckoned us in, Cedric.
Popping up right next to him is a halfling. You'll notice that she's actually really small for even a halfling. She's definitely under 3 feet, very tiny, with black hair and eyes that are they're so light blue they almost look white. And as she's standing there, you notice that she's constantly flipping a coin through her fingers and jittery and a little bit just her hands are constantly moving. And she says, "Hi, I'm Nedwing, but everybody calls me Nettie."
Nettie, it's a pleasure.
Hi.
I would walk up in the guise of a random rough-looking folk that I happen to see walk by. Walk out of the tavern a little earlier. Name's Bram Greenwood. Pleasure. And mind if I make a deception check?
Yeah, you can try.
All right. Do I get advantage because I'm using?
Yeah, you can have advantage on everybody except for Cedric, as Cedric knows who they summon specifically.
Okay. So I'm take the advantage and take the first one for everybody. The advantage roll for well, take the advantage roll for everybody. The
Yeah.
first one just for Cedric. All right, Cedric.
Woo!
What a great start.
Spicy. Cedric almost was fooled for a moment. Almost.
I rolled a 1.
What's your character's actual name?
His name is Sirius Redicus Paloxy, and if he notices you noticing, then he'll sort of you'll get from him that he wants to remain secret here until we are somewhere safe and he feels confident about this deal.
Okay. What was the name you introduced yourself as?
Bram Greenwood.
Bram? Gives a little knowing nod.
I sort of shake my shoulders a little bit and just follow along. Next person.
Alright, so you would see an average-sized human person wearing leather armor and dark-colored clothing with his hood pulled up tight. And he's gonna walk up and kind of pull his hood down. You can see that the top of his head is completely shaven and it's got these kind of brain matter-like crenellations on it. And he is going to push his spectacles up his nose and discern carefully on Cedric. And he's going to look at the poster and he's going to ask if I assume you are the Night Cat?
That I am.
Excellent trade name. You may simply refer to me as the Brain. I'm interested to hear your proposal. Specifically when it comes to how much of that embezzled wealth we will be taking.
I see.
And he'll pull his hood back up and wait expectantly.
Well, everyone.
I think that leaves
One more introduction. Is everyone
Yeah.
introduced themselves so far?
yeah, just Garrett left.
Okay. Well, over by the bar, there's a table that's been quite rowdy this whole time. There's looks like a dwarven warrior, a half-orc barbarian, a few half-elves. One looks like a sorcerer, another like a monk, another kind of a little younger-looking fella. There's an elf, and they're all standing up, and the dwarf, to the masons, and they all chug their beers, and they get up to leave, except for one, the shortest of them all, this little half-elf, about 5'4", 120 pounds. Short, kind of messy, black hair, but it still looks kind of styled. He heads over to the bar, he orders another drink from Durnan, and he heads on over to your table. Garrett's the name. Nice to meet you all.
Hello.
Welcome, Garrett.
Well, this sure is a fine group of friends we've got here.
Indeed. I've done my research and I believe this is the team that can get it done.
What exactly do you mean by that?
I'll get into it. Since I know you all, I suppose it's only fair that you know me. He pulls off his hood and reveals his face. The name is Cedric Rain.
I'm gonna insight. Oh, sorry, no advantage. That's a 9. Seems legit.
Yeah, I'm telling the truth.
At this point, I'm sure Cedric is interested to hear how the other party members pulled off these heroic feats that he's heard about.
Indeed. These feats are why I brought you here. Jackdaw, I hear you fought off a troll.
Why are you talking about my feet? I keep them disguised under these shoes for that very reason. I don't need any more attention on my feet. People pay a lot of money to look at these feet. And until you pay that cost, I shall not be revealing them to the group. But yes, I did scare off a troll. With my mystical powers of illusion.
Or was it your feet?
Well, it was a feat to scare off the troll. And in some ways I did, in fact, use my feet to do so.
I see.
This is nothing a troll hates. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
And Nedwise, I hear you single-handedly infiltrated and burgled a high-security complex.
Yeah. It did get me kind of kicked out of the guild. But yeah, I'm pretty proud of that job, despite it.
An impressive feat. We'll need that kind of ability on this mission.
Yeah, I'm good with locks. And tight places.
And Garrett, I understand you're becoming something of a folk hero yourself.
I don't know about that, but sips his ale quietly, eyes kind of shifty.
And Miss Green.
Oh,
You went to rob a baron of herself.
Yeah, I wish they'd stop talking about this. I couldn't let the Baron keep doing what he was doing. He needs to be stopped. But it doesn't really help in my line of business, to be known.
It's for these reasons that I've summoned you here. Our mission is to recover the embezzled dragon. And that number totals in 1 million.
Wait.
Dragon?
Gold dragons.
Wait,
I'm not ready to fight any dragons. Certainly not 500,000 dragons. You really think we could take on 1 million dragons?
I'm sorry, 500,000. I meant to say 500,000.
It's
The dragon is a gold coin. It's currency. Bob will put one on the table.
Oh, thank you for that. Jackdaw will pick it up.
No, this is not for you. This is a demonstrative example. Probably aren't even 500,000 dragons in all of Faerun. And the brain kind of snickers and puts his gold coin away.
something tells me we weren't put together to fight them, guys.
No, we're going to find the vault's location. Seize those embezzled dragons for ourselves.
As the party sits there discussing future opportunities, you notice the noise is eclipsed by a shout. "You pig! You like killing me mates, does ya?" And outside the door you see a 7-foot tall half-orc. It's hit in the face by a swinging punch from a male human. The male human has a shaved head that's covered with eye-shaped tattoos. There's 4 other humans standing behind him, and they're ready to jump in. And the half-orc cracks her knuckles, roars, and leaps at the tattooed figure. Before you can see if blood is drawn, a crowd of spectators clusters around the brawl. What do you do?
Yes, guild fight. Who wants to bet?
This seems like an excellent opportunity to investigate some unsuspecting pockets.
You read my mind, Jackdaw.
We have more important matters to discuss.
But it's all just right there.
Garrett sits up on the back of his chair, feet on where the normally your butt would be, and he's just kind of watching the fight, sipping his ale.
I suppose the Night Cat is correct. This is paltry peasant business. We have more important things to discuss. Perhaps we should close the door.
Garrett, as you peer in, you notice the fight is going in the half-orc female's favor. She easily knocks out the tattooed man. Then she is quickly beaten unconscious by his companions. Jernan, the barkeep of the yawning portal, he points towards the door and screams, "Out!" Now everybody involved in the fight flees hurriedly with fear in their eyes.
I sheathe my rapier and sit down.
Silly half-orc. 5 is greater than 1.
Yeah, but they were all afraid of the bartender.
You should be too.
Would I know who that is if I'm from Waterdeep?
Yeah, you can make me a history check. Judging by the tattoos, you think it's possible that he's, the tattooed man himself was affiliated with the Xanathar.
No, I meant the bartender.
Oh, the bartender. No. The bartender with the 12, you're not sure exactly who he is. Rumors run rampant about this man. He seems to have legendary skill, though.
I'll say, well, he's rumored to have legendary skill. Best not get in a tuffle with him. But anyways, we were talking business, weren't we? We have a plan to seize these dragons.
Yes. Are you in or are you out?
Hold on a second.
So
Before we jump to any conclusions, we need to know exactly who embezzled these dragons and from where. Who were we stealing from?
Did you not read the letter?
Takes out the letter, starts reading it.
Yes. Yes. Let me just quickly check my notes. Gaggle to
Sure, this is
November.
what you wanted.
The god never
I don't know.
ember.
I don't know this man or person, humanoid.
Would I know who Dagalt Neverember is?
Yeah, definitely. He was the previous Open Lord of the Waterdeep.
Yes, he was the previous Lord of Waterdeep. Surely he was quite rich.
He didn't seem to be very popular, right?
I think he got kicked out in a scandalous fashion, didn't he? If I remember
Yes.
correctly. Yeah.
He was ousted from his position.
Yeah.
But before so, he embezzled 500,000 dragons and hid them in a secret vault.
Okay.
And
As a
how
security
exactly do you know
precaution.
this?
have my ways.
How exclusive is this information?
It comes from a good source.
And is that source the kind to sell to multiple customers?
I would say so because I've heard the rumor that that was the case, and I'm nobody, so.
Yes, the
I think
road rumors
everybody's
going
heard
around.
that there was suspicion there's a pile of money somewhere, but I think I
Well,
don't
everyone
think it's
knows
true to
there's
be
a pile of
honest.
money.
But
Everyone knows there's a pile of money, but does you have the information on you have specifics? Yes. And then as you know, Bob is talking about this, I'd like to investigate the room to make sure like nobody's listening in on us.
Oh,
I would have picked a secluded location for that exact reason.
Yes, well.
Assuming I
Just
can.
another-
Okay.
As you begin to look around, shouts of alarm suddenly ring out as a hulking creature climbs out from the middle shaft of the tap room. It's a monster with warty green skin and a tangled nest of wiry black hair. He has a long carrot-shaped nose and bloodshot eyes. As it bears yellow teeth and howls, you can see that half-dozen bat-like creatures are attached to its body, with 3 more circling above it, like flies. Everyone reacts in fear and begins scrambling. It's a complete mess and panic. Everyone's running for the door, except for the barkeep, Durnan. And he stands up and shouts, "Troll!" as he grabs the greatsword hanging above the bar.
Well, this is a bit of my specialty. Let me expose my feet, and I'll show you how this is done. I will. I'll do what I did last time, and I'll cast minor illusion and form a wall of flame right in front of the troll to try and scare him off.
He casts
Oh,
it with heat.
Unless we're entering. Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're gonna enter initiative. I'm just wondering where my API is. What's up with that? Don't roll just yet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Where the fuck did that thing come from?
Came from the well.
The under.
the yawning portal.
Why don't they board that thing up?
Did you not know? Did you not know that this place is famous for?
No.
Dinner and a show.
Does this happen a lot?
This is the yawning portal. Welcome to it.
Why do you think the
My money's on Durnan.
yeah? Why do you think the bartender has a longsword above the yoke and everyone ran? He's used to this.
And yet people still come into the bar. It's crazy.
I was surprised
I know,
everyone
it's
ran.
great,
There's usually a book going at this point to see who will kill the most.
Welcome to Waterdeep.
Okay.
Dinner, food, and entertainment.
Is this the door over here?
Just one sec. I'm not in the game. I had to restart the sandbox. One moment, please. Technical difficulties.
Teacher's out of the room. Let's have a party.
So is this what passes for entertainment in Waterdeep?
Yeah.
We're all just standing there watching the troll destroy the place. We're all just like, oh, interesting.
One more.
Have you seen the patrons? Of course it is.
Once you're not the one involved in it, it is entertainment.
Oh. She'll find like a glass somebody left, like everybody ran away, and she just grabs somebody's leftover left beer and just start chugging it. Like, all right.
I can. You guys can now roll your initiative as I give you some handouts of what these dudes look like.
Muckle, do you want me to re-roll?
Re-roll and enter in your original one.
Okay.
So maybe you found something as attractive as your feet.
I'm urging for the sturge. It makes me want to regurge. There you go.
It's time for a purge.
It's good to know no matter what character I have, I roll shitty initiative.
Your
I
courage.
rolled, and then I edited it, and then my character disappeared off the turn order. I gotta do it a third time.
Looks like your token's gone. You may have deleted it by mistake.
Oh, great.
It
Great.
suddenly vanishes.
Oh, see you guys.
That's some potent magic right there.
Okay. Fourth roll. Here we go. That work? Yes.
Yep, we're on the initiative tracker.
Right. Minus one. Okay.
Muckle just has to reorder it and like shift it back to the original. There we go.
Alright, Bob the Brain. You're seeing this troll climb out of this giant pit, and it is notably hurt and bloodied. What would you like to do?
I will draw a short sword and a dagger, and I'm going to move back over here.
Okay. This Sturge right here is going to attack the troll. It's going to try to drain some blood from him. For some reason, the troll's armor class isn't assigned. That's weird.
What is it, like 14?
Yeah, just tell us what it is.
While you're working on that vocal, are these walls?
Yeah, those are walls. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, the Sturge was unable to penetrate the natural armor of this troll. Much of the same with Sturge 1. Garrett, it is your turn, and Jackdaw is on deck.
My 30 feet of movement to come over by the bar, carrying my ale as they do while pulling out my bow. Put the ale on the counter. I'm going to fire an arrow at Sturge 8.
Okay.
Actually, yeah. You know what? I don't know what the troll's good or bad, so I will focus on that without sneak attack worrying at this point. Okay, let's give him a short bow.
The
Should
Sturge
hit, I'm
is
hoping.
sounded allies. For the sake of sneak attack.
Yeah, that is a hit, and that is a kill.
And then I grab my ale and I look over to Durnan and I says, "It's never dull in your place." And finish off the last of my ale, put it down, knock another arrow for the next round, end of turn.
Alright, Jackdaw.
Okay, Jackdaw's gonna move right behind this table, and he's gonna do what he did the last time that he had to fight off a troll, which it worked really well last time. I'm going to cast Minor Illusion. Whoops. Did it twice. And it's the illusion is going to be, it can't give off light, but it's still going to be the image of a roaring flame, and it's going to appear right here in front of the troll in an effort to frighten the troll and encourage it to not come any further.
Okay, what is your spell save DC?
My sheet says it's 0, but I don't know. That doesn't seem like it's correct. I don't know. How would you calculate that?
It's 8 plus proficiency plus your spellcasting mod.
Illusion.
If you're a gnome, I think it's probably intelligence is your mod.
Yeah, intelligence is my modifier. It's a cantrip, so
There you
for
go.
some reason it was not. Oh, awesome, thanks. Okay, so it's 13.
It's investigation. It has to make a check. If its passive doesn't cut it.
Alright, it appears as if that troll is very scared.
Aha! Once again, my feet save the day. I will ELT.
Okay, Sturge number 4. It's gonna fly towards you, Jackdaw. It's coming in for a blood drain attack. What is your AC?
14.
Ooh, this is a hit.
Okay.
That is a lot of damage. That is 7 damage to you. 7 piercing damage.
Alright.
This Sturge doesn't just attack you, he's like stuck to you, draining your blood.
That blood is my own. Leave me alone.
Durnan shouts, takes a look at you guys and shouts, "Get the Sturges, I'll get the troll." This is as far as Durnan can make it, so he's going to take the dodge action. Mrs. Green.
I am going to fire a shot with my short bow at Sturge 9. Or is it, sorry. Yeah, it is 9, isn't it? 8 there, that one.
Yeah, that's number 9. You're going to have to step outside of the room to make that shot. And that is a hit.
Nice.
I assume I get a sneak because he does have an enemy within 5 foot. I assume Troll is an enemy of the Sturge.
It has to be an ally of yours, which the troll is not.
The enemy of my enemy. It doesn't work in this situation.
That's not my reading. Is another enemy of the target is within 5 foot.
Oh, it is another enemy. I guess you would then. Yeah, okay. I'll give it to you.
So 8 damage.
Okay. This thing is that was severe overkill on this Sturge.
Splatters into a million pieces of troll blood.
Yeah, it's just a fine red mist in the air.
Would that still work if it was an ally instead of an enemy?
Yeah.
Yeah, they just need to be. It's basically they need to be threatened by something. isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's got to be sort of in melee with something.
Okay.
In my turn. was going, oh, and I go to bonus. Oh wait, no, I'm level 1. I don't have bonus action. Nani?
The Sturge is trying to attack Durnan, but Durnan's easily able to repel it. Cedric, it is your turn. Are you there?
Muted.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm gonna try to shoot this Sturge off a jackdaw.
Okay. Yeah, that's a hit, and that is again severe overkill.
And that's my turn.
Alright. Jackdaw, unfortunately, the Sturge comes over and latches onto immediately for another 6 piercing damage.
Okay. Jackdaw puts the back of his hand to his forehead and goes, "Oh heavens!" and he falls to the ground and is unconscious. Or
Damn.
appears to be. Maybe he's not. You don't know. Well, it was great playing with y'all.
The Sturge is flying up for an attack on the troll, missing the attack. Sirius, your turn, and Edwise is on deck.
Alright, bonus action, I will cast Hex on the troll, giving it disadvantage on intelligence checks. So,
Okay.
yep, make sure you mark that, and then I will, would I be able to move up and just with my object interaction, like, or like with my movement, try to drag him back a little bit? Because with my action, I'm going to attack that Sturge. That's a short bow. 11, does that hit?
Yeah, the 11 does... Oh no, the 11 does not hit, unfortunately.
Alright, the attack misses, and would I be able to, and I only moved forward 10, this is, if I were to move here, it'd be 15. Could I drag him back at least 5 feet?
Yeah, you could drag him back 5 feet, but that would probably... I'd consider that all the rest of your movement.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna drag him back 5 feet with me to this point, and he's here. There we go. That's the end of my turn.
Alright, Nedwise.
Okay. She's gonna scan between Sirius's legs and come over here, and she's gonna take a shot at Sturge number 5
Okay.
with her short bow.
Ooh, yeah, that is a hit.
Ooh, okay.
And that is a kill.
And she's going to try to duck behind Sirius. Try to hide.
You don't have cunning action at level 1.
No, but she's tiny.
Yeah, you can do it as flavor, but you can't actually hide. Mechanically, you can't hide, but flavor-wise, you can kind of try to duck out of the way.
Well, it says if I can attempt to hide behind a creature that's at least one size larger than I am.
Yeah, you can, but that costs you your action, which you already used.
Okay. Well, that's alright. That's the end of my turn.
Alright, Sturge number 3. Sturge number 3 latched onto the troll, and he's doing some damage.
Nice.
It is the troll's turn. He looks, pretty terrified of what's happening. He's gonna try.
Lasts a minute.
Yeah, he's just gonna try to make a break for it.
Does the fire disappear if I go unconscious?
Nope, it lasts a minute.
Okay.
So yeah, he's basically running for it, provoking an opportunity attack from the Sturge.
Ooh, Sturgis.
With another hit, this Sturge is also latched onto him.
How about Surge number 6?
Sturge number 6 is just 5-ing.
I guess I'll go over here and I'll throw a dagger at Sturge 2.
Okay.
I have disadvantage because of the range. I think I still hit though. 5 piercing.
Your dagger lands true.
Alrighty, I'll use my object interaction to draw another dagger. And move over back to where it was.
Okay, okay. Sturge number 1's going to attempt to draw some more blood here. And Garrett, it is your turn. Jackdaw on deck.
Okay, I'm gonna fire an arrow at that Sturge 7, the one closest to me.
Okay.
Be 5 piercing.
That is a kill.
And while I'm back here, I'm looking for either a half bottle of whiskey or maybe a flask of oil or something of that nature for possibly next round.
You find,
Or you know what else might be good? Maybe even a medicine kit or something for Jackdaw.
okay. If you want to actually give a thorough investigation, that would cost an act. Yeah.
I'm looking around already now at this point, like, oh shit.
Alright, alright. Is that it for your turn?
Yeah.
Okay, Jackdaw, could you whisper me a death save?
Yep.
It's Durnan's turn. He's gonna run right after that troll. He actually has just enough movement to make it there. It's pretty crazy, but he's swinging his Grimvault at this troll, and the troll is somehow evading each hit. This is quite insane. Mrs. Green.
So I am going to. Sorry, hit the wrong button. Give me 2 secs.
I'm not going to give you any sex.
Not with your feet, anyway. I'm not into that.
Nice.
Sweet.
I'm going to move out, and I'm going to use my action to do a medicine check.
Okay. Miss Green is kneeling down in an attempt to stabilize Jackdaw. Let's see how it goes. Jackdaw, you are stable,
19.
but unconscious.
So, what does that mean in terms of my sheet?
Just
Am I like 1 HP? Or...
no, you're at 0. You just roll 1d4 to determine how many hours you're unconscious for.
Okay, gotcha.
You're just not going to die.
Gotcha. Oh, okay. So the death saves are done.
Yeah.
Just as a point of interest, I've often wondered about myself as a DM to roll with, still allow them to make their death saves just in case they roll a nat 20 in the next like 2 rolls they would have had at it or whatever. It's just a thought.
I house for that in my games, but it's not raw.
Yeah, it's a rough idea.
Cedric, it is your turn.
What time of day is it?
Right now it's probably about late afternoon. The sun's beginning to set, becoming evening.
Are there any like candles on the table or torches on the wall?
Yes, there are. There's candles on the table.
Could I dip a arrowhead in oil as a bonus action?
Do you have oil?
I do, yeah.
To both retrieve it and dip the arrow, I think that would be an action. But you can do it, it's just going to be an action.
That's what I'll do.
Alright.
You can
That's my
stand on my body if you want. I give you permission.
Sturge number 6, he's coming in. Mrs. Green, what is your AC?
AC is 14.
Ooh, they hit, but barely. For 5 piercing damage, and the Sturge is now latched onto you.
Okay.
Serious.
Ned, you handle that. And then I will move over here and draw my short bow, which looks actually more elven than my human features would suggest under my guise. So that's 17.
17 does hit.
Alright, and that's short bow and hex and sneak, right?
Right? And this is the troll, right?
Yep, this is the
Yeah.
troll.
So that's 18 damage. The troll is not looking so hot.
Yep, and I will end my turn here.
Nedwise.
Alright. Nettie's gonna let out a little squeal when that thing comes surging up to the screen. Then she's gonna grab her short sword and she's gonna run up and try to stab it. We just met, but she seems really nice.
A 14 hits, but barely.
That's all that matters.
Do it.
Yeah, you can describe the kill if you want.
She almost is like closing her eyes and sort of like stabbing at it, and somehow she just gets lucky and just like hits it like right in the face.
It doesn't even roll sneak attack.
His green sort of half tries to dodge out of the way because he's so worried about this person stabbing at her with her closed eye.
Is
You
that
can see Jackdaw's
You're sort of
unconscious
go,
body
like, did I
twitch a
get
little.
it? Did I get it?
is that end of turn, Edwise?
Yep, that's the end of my turn.
Thank you.
All right, Sturge is still sucking some blood off this troll.
Suck.
The Sturge is now full, and it's gonna detach itself.
Aw, come on.
Great, it's like this bloated.
The troll is making a run for it.
The troll now has Lyme disease.
Back of opportunity from Durnan.
Oh my gosh, he missed again.
Oh my gosh.
I just patrol.
I can hear you on two ends.
Bob, it is your turn.
I'm going to drop my short sword. I will use an object interaction to pick up one of the candles from the table. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess I'll go stand over here. I'll make a toss at Sturge 3 with disadvantage.
Okay, that is a miss. Sturge 1. This troll barely has anything left by the looks of it. It's beginning to turn quite pale as the Sturge is full and detaches itself. Garrett, it is your turn.
So I will spend my action back here looking for either like a oil lantern or flask of oil or a half bottle of whiskey and a handkerchief. Or a bar rag, so to speak.
Yeah, you can easily find all of those things.
Start making a nice little homemade Molotov and start moving up over the bar. And that'll be end of turn for me.
Alright. Jackdaw, you're sleeping? Durnan is charging forward. Alright, this time Durnan has hit it 3 out of 4 times and has completely massacred it. Miss Green.
I'm going to aim at Surge 3.
Okay.
I'm going to change our music for push to talk.
Oh wow. How unnecessary.
Impressively unnecessary.
Just going to move behind the, jump down behind the bar. Is there still not another one left? Are we finished?
There is, but he's gonna run for it. Now you guys are out of initiative.
I drop concentration on the vines that began to wrap around the troll and dealt damage when I hit.
Okay,
And
okay.
I will also drop my disguise self at this point because the bar is fairly depopulated.
It is, and just now you notice patrons beginning to swarm back in, as if nothing really took place.
Can I recover any of my arrows before they all come in?
You can recover half of your arrows.
Nettie's gonna run behind the bar and look for any, like, something like a medical kit or anything.
Do you round down?
Anything?
Yeah, round down.
Alright.
Durnan's gonna make his way back to thank you, and he sees you rooting behind the bar and says, "Hey! Get out of there!"
And she'll poke her head up and be like, medical kit!
I'm assuming we're able to light the troll on fire, dump it back down the hole, kind of thing.
You're certainly able to. It'd be a good idea.
Jackdaw is stable. No need for a healer's kit.
Okay. Okay.
Cedric
but
comes
then
over and
she's
put two
gonna
fingers on
wipe a
Jackdaw's
bottle or
neck.
something while she's back there then. Actually.
Garrett will do this as carefully as possible to ensure that the tavern does not catch on fire.
Alright, so you're gonna...
May flag over any nearby patrons or anyone that's big and beefy to help me kind of push this thing to the edge, light it on fire, and push it over down into the hole.
Alright. As it falls and it falls and it falls, you never hear it hit the bottom.
That is so cool, that never gets old.
You guys see one figure standing out amongst everybody else. He approaches you, strokes his mustache, and adjusts his floppy hat, tightens up his scarf. He says, "Follow Thamp Gedarm, Chronicle, Wizard, and Celebrity, at your service. I trust you've noted the violence in our fair city these past 10 days. I haven't seen so much blood since my last visit to Baldur's Gate. I fear I have now misplaced a friend amid this malevolence. Would you like to sit and perhaps talk about it? I see you are clearly adventurers."
Right after he finishes speaking, Jack talks extremely loud in his sleep.
I'm not sure if I would consider myself an adventurer, and we were about to discuss some other business of pressing concern, says the brain as he looks at Nightcat.
I would immediately pull up a chair next to this guy and say, "Oh, do tell."
Well,
Also inciting, if I can, into his intentions.
my friend's name is Floon Blagma. He's got more beauty than brains. I worry he took a bad way home a couple nights ago. And perhaps he was kidnapped, or maybe worse. If you agree to track him down with all due haste, I can offer you 10 dragons apiece now, and I can give you each 10 times that when you find Floon.
And who is this? And what are his features? Who is this Floon to you?
He's an old friend. He's tall, he's got red hair. He's rather stupid, but he's rather handsome.
I look over to everyone.
And you can also, you can insight that if you'd like.
Yes, I would insight.
Yep,
Alright.
seems genuine.
I shrug.
I again ask what this has to do with the meaning of our gathering in the first place. surely the thing, and Bob will point to his poster, is more important than finding some vagabond.
Things never quite, and I'm never quite so disconnected as you might think.
This Floon, is he relatively plot hook shaped?
Maybe.
I'd say
May
it's
get
more
you, maybe
you know.
doing some good may get you noticed by some certain groups.
Well, Nightcat, what was your plan for this operation? Perhaps we should continue finishing what we had started discussing?
Couldn't hurt to make some dragons on the way. This kind of big quest requires funds, you know.
Though Volo is
Hoping to dream and no dragons are planned.
willing to pay everybody 10 gold pieces or dragons up front. He's seemingly a little embarrassed and resistant to providing all the details of what happened the night that Floon disappeared.
I extend my hand to shake his.
He excitedly shakes yours back.
Sounds like you've got yourself a deal. I'm going to leave an eerie token on him. Just a piece of my hair that looks like a blade of grass.
Okay.
I'm going to leave that somewhere on his person, if he doesn't notice.
Miss Green has been a little back from this conversation, just listening into it, and just says, and where might your friend have had his unfortunate incident? Where should we start looking?
So, Volo did not notice you slipping the token on his person. But again, he's embarrassed and hesitant. But he admits that he was beset by writer's block. Volo met Floon Blagmire for drinks at a place called the Skewered Dragon 2 nights ago. They drank and gambled for a few hours, and then Volo left. That's the last that he saw of Floon.
All right.
Why do you so want your friend back?
It's been dangerous out there lately. You must have noticed.
The answer seems to be in the question. He's a friend.
A lot of gold
Was that
put
the
up.
first and last time you met him?
That wasn't the first time I met him, but it was the last time I've seen him.
Do you know anyone who would want to do him harm?
No, I don't. That is what is so perplexing.
May I insight that?
Yeah, you can.
All right.
Yeah, he's telling the truth here, or at least he believes to be.
Because of my background, would Bob the Brain know anything about the current violence that's been mentioned in the city?
You probably would. Give me a history check.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
You said he was. You were gambling and drinking. Was he with? And when you left, was he with anyone? Excuse. Was he with anyone in particular?
No, he wasn't. He was by himself when I called it in.
And where did he say was the last place he saw him?
Oh boy, it was the Skewered Dragon. It's a dubious tavern between Net Street and Fillet Lane in the Dock Ward.
Sounds like we'll have your man in short order.
Would I know if, because of my feature here, would I know if that is like a criminal hangout he's talking about?
You do know, actually, due to your background, that it is a Zentarum-owned tavern.
Well, the black market's probably got him. Probably being trafficked to Yartar or somewhere.
Oh, please, don't say that.
Well, surely, we could at least check.
Again, ask
He
what
did
this
say
has
us
to
up
do
front.
with, you know, we were promised, significantly more than 10 gold dragons for the other thing. And I again have to question what this has to do with getting us closer to that task. Surely our plan cannot be to go around doing odd jobs until something falls in our lap.
Doesn't sound like a bad idea necessarily. Make some friends. Who knows?
Well, what say you?
Well, Vola, how about this? Instead of this coin, what do you know of the embezzled funds of Mr. The previous Lord, Never Ember? You any information? You seem like a learned man.
If it is information you seek, give me 24 hours to acquire it. In the meantime, perhaps you could find my dear Floon?
Suppose that sounds more enticing. Well, that's out there. It's a Zent bar, so if one of you guys is an infiltrator, then perhaps you might want to dress up in some Zentarim garb.
I dress only as the knight.
Yeah, so what do you guys think? You gonna take the quest from this guy?
I'm in favor.
I second it.
I think if he's going to give us information, and I'd say, I would take the information and the coin. And we'd go look for your friend.
Okay, so he excitedly passes you 10 dragon each, 10 gold pieces. Thank you, thank you. Again, that's the Skewered Dragon between Net Street and Fillet Lane.
I'm obviously not part of this conversation. Do I still get the 10 gold?
Ned Weiser in the back.
Yeah, he's giving enough gold for 10 gold per person.
Okay.
But I guess it's up to the other people to give you your share.
Yeah. I won't mark it down then.
10 gold.
I would appreciate getting my share, but I wouldn't get up in anyone's face about it.
Bob, you seem to know this city. Is there Any place we could acquire those outfits without causing too much of a scene.
I'm sure. Would I know where like Zentarum people might hang out?
You'd probably have some idea, yeah, and you could recognize one if you spot one. Furthermore, anything can be bought or sold in the Waterdeep.
Yes, I think we could acquire them somewhere. Perhaps a tailor could do it. Anything can be acquired or sold in Waterdeep. My mental powers tell me.
I think that's a plan for some of us to maybe get an outfit and infiltration and see what we can find.
Not a bad plan.
Shall we be on our way then?
Let's.
On the way out, Garrett is going to stop by over at the bar and ask Kiernan how much a half bottle of whiskey costs.
That depends. Do you want the good stuff?
That depends. I don't know. Ned Wise, what kind did she swipe?
Nettie holds up the bottle.
Oh, you want that stuff?
Yeah, I'll pay for that.
Half a bottle? I don't know. You can just keep it.
All right. Thanks, man. This was awesome. I love this place. See you around, buddy.
Take care now.
And Garrett heads off after the rest of the group.
Is there have any chance we could have short rested?
That's a good
Yeah,
question.
asking for
Rather got
asking for
just
a friend.
about murdered.
You can go back into the awning portal and rent a room for the night if you'd like.
Well, it might be a good plan since
Yeah,
we've one
maybe
person
we head out
unconscious.
and-
We've one person unconscious, and I'm down to half my health points.
Yeah, how much does it cost to sleep on the floor of the main room?
He's not gonna let you do that. He'll kick you out.
Do people not have homes that you live that you could go take a nap at? Can I recommend them a nice spot where like the homeless people gather? They can, maybe sleep on the street if they have to.
Yeah.
She rolls her eyes and walks over and says, "Much for her room. She is not sleeping on the floor."
And I'm not sleeping in the pit where anything can come up. I want a good night's sleep, not.
Garrett says, "Well, I'll be back in the morning just after sunrise." As he heads off home, can't wait to tell his brothers about what happened after they left.
I guess while they're taking their nap time, I would like to hit the town and purchase a healer's kit and a grappling hook. I'd be able to do that.
Then he's gonna get a room and another bottle of whiskey.
You gotta love night Batman.
I would.
Okay, so you can get both those items, Mr. Bob Brain, at the standard price. So that'll cost you 7 gold pieces.
Get
A room?
No, for the grappling hook in the
Could I
healer's
have
kit.
asked Bob, since you know the place, could you go get outfits for us to disguise ourselves while he's out about in the town?
Would I know where I could procure Zentarum disguises?
Yeah, I mean, they normally wear, like, mostly black and black armor, leather armor specifically, and black hoods. You think it'd be fairly easy to procure these items. It'd be even better if you had a disguise kit for the finishing touches.
I tap on his shoulder and I say, tomorrow I could use that little trick I used earlier to disguise myself as a random mercenary.
Or you could disguise yourself as a member of the Zentarum.
Yes, indeed. I think
Right.
that would be very helpful.
And do I know what the Zentarum gang tag looks like?
Give me a history check.
Can I also make this?
Oh wow. Just one moment. Oh my gosh, I can't find it. Where is it?
Is there a handout for it?
I do not believe. There's no handout, but it is like 2 snakes.
I will sketch it out for if anyone has like an ink or parchment or something.
I have a
sketch it.
forgery kit.
Cool. Yeah, I'll sketch out what the game tag looks like, and you can think about maybe using that in your disguise. Give you some more street cred.
Nettie has a forgery kit and a disguise kit, so...
Remember, tell them, if you ain't dead, get bent.
You probably don't actually have those items. You're probably proficient in them, but they're probably not in your inventory, if you look.
Because I think...
You would go to purchase an herbalism kit during the downtime that we have. Let's see, how much is that?
I have a disguise kit, a burglar pack.
So how many of you guys want to dress up like Zents?
Yeah, specifically it's a black winged snake.
Oh, me.
That's one.
Is it more of a like... is it more passing off somebody like noble? Because that's like her background. She's good at that kind of.
We're passing you off as a gang member.
It's a little
You
easier
want a costume or not?
to the lower ranks, unless we know somebody higher in their ranks.
Well, she holds out a ring that she's had forged, and it's sort of the signet of a duke.
I pull out my signet ring, which is a real one for a noble house that's pretty far away and probably wouldn't be well known here.
Well, maybe you can pass it off like you're here on business or something, but I just need to know how many sets of costumes I'm going to buy so I can get a price. Who's going to dress up like a Zen?
I am.
We got one.
Yeah, I will as well.
I mean, my whole background is performance and yeah.
Three sets of costumes. Okay. Can I go get pricing on the disguise kit and 3 sets of
Oh,
cloaks?
no need for me. No need for me.
I have a disguise kit as well.
Well, if she's already got one, I won't bother.
No, you don't actually have one. You're proficient in one, but if you look in your inventory of what you actually have, you're not carrying one.
It's in my inventory.
Yeah, I think you get one if you pick the performer background. Part of your
Yeah,
background.
yeah.
Yeah, she's got the charlatan background.
Yeah.
Oh, you do actually have one. You have disguise kits.
Yeah.
Says you actually have 2 of them for some reason, which is kind of odd.
I don't know why.
It says the same thing for me. I think that must be an error because I think we're only supposed to have 1.
I don't think there's any advantage in having 2. So.
Yeah.
Okay, so Bob the Brain will go out and get quotes for 3 sets of cloaks.
Okay.
How much is that going to cost the party?
The 3 sets of cloaks will be about 15 gold. But if you also wanted to get the black leather armor, it'd be another 15 gold per set.
15 gold per set. Well, I guess we can afford maybe one of those.
Yeah,
The armor, folks.
I have my leather armor anyway, so it should be good enough once I have the black cloak.
So everyone contributes 5 gold each to the disguise fund. We get one set of black leathers and some cloaks.
I can do that.
Yep.
I would
Yeah.
contribute 5 gold.
5
So
dragons.
As long as I received my 10 gold from the quest fund.
You did.
All right,
Nick had made sure of that.
gotcha. Thank you kindly.
Well, whoever is going to do the infiltration can take those.
Nedwise, I believe your speciality is infiltration.
So is mine. Oh wait. Well, mine is being a face, and I can change it as long as we sleep first.
Yeah, I mean, you guys can kind of short rest in a park somewhere until it's dark if you want.
Oh, I need to long rest to get that disguise self back, but depends on what we want. I could also pull off a disguise.
Perhaps the Brain and Cedric should convene on a plan. The analyst and the planner.
Well, in my opinion, the longer we wait, the more likely his homeboy gets sold for his kidneys. So we should probably not doubt.
I concur.
Alright, to the dock ward.
Yeah, so
We find some spots to like what is it? Somewhere nearby the bar that we can maybe watch the entrance from. Maybe we'll do a casing around and find where the entrances are. Maybe get some eyes on them and send the infiltration team in. And we can have, I think one person said they want to pose as a noble, or if someone actually is a noble. They can
I'm
maybe
actually a noble, but I doubt my name would carry weight here.
as long as
I
it's
would-
got money. Zentrum are all about that cash. So that could maybe be a thing if you're good enough talker. Maybe you could convince them that you're in on business, perhaps to purchase someone matching the description. You get a look at the cattle.
Well, in my stuff, I have a set of fine clothes that I use for when I'm doing this kind of work, so I can put that on with the black cloak.
Honestly, I would rather not use my noble house's actual name, because it might cast aspersions my way in the wake of this. Put Zentarum eyes on it. I'd rather not.
As you guys make your way into the dock ward, you see tall, densely packed tenements leave most of the neighborhood in shadow at ground level. Most of the street lamps and their glass has been smashed out and their candles have been stolen. You can smell salt air and excrement lingering as you pass by rows of rundown buildings. It is now dark.
Am I conscious now, or am I still asleep on the floor of the tavern?
You'd be conscious.
You'll be conscious now.
Okay. We short rested then.
Yeah, you can take a short rest.
Okay, so am I playing the noble?
Yes, that seems like a good idea, and I could be your muscle.
Okay. So Nettie spends like the rest of the time like putting her hair in this really elaborate braided coif, and then pulls out a set of like really nice a nice silk dress, and puts on the fake ring, and goes, "How do I look?"
Like a noble.
How does she look? Do we get a disguise kit check?
Yeah, you can definitely roll with your disguise kit.
Could I give the help action?
So I just click do I just click disguise kit?
Yeah, just click disguise kit in your proficiencies list, and it'll prompt you for a query. Should be dexterity.
I'm used to disguising myself with magic. Could I give advantage?
I also have a disguise kit.
If someone else has a disguise kit, they can give advantage.
Yeah. Jackdaw will help. Sorry, for some reason I thought that I wasn't here because I was still unconscious, so I just reorganizing myself. Jackdaw will help to give advantage on the disguise.
Did it roll? I click under where it says full proficiencies.
It queries.
Right.
If it queries, then you gotta click which dexterity or charisma or whatever you want to use.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm proficient, so I would use. Can I use deception?
No, you have to use like an attribute. I would take like a dexterity or like a wisdom or an intelligence.
Yeah, when you click on query and then you go back to the map, there's a little pop-out that says input value, and then you have to use the drop-down menu to click dexterity.
Oh, sorry. Like that.
Sorry, I'm like my character sheet's on the other side. Okay, so where did you get that?
You just actually click where it says disguise kit. Click on the words disguise kit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So for
did.
tool proficiencies and custom
Oh,
skills.
query attribute. I see.
Yep,
Okay.
that's where you were.
All right. So I'm gonna use
Dexterity or charisma, probably.
yeah.
And then you probably get
And then my
proficiency on top,
modifiers.
right?
Yeah, and then
It'll
my modifier.
automatically add your modifier.
It'll automatically. Okay. Cool.
Sweet.
All right. So then. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. So it gave me a proficiency.
Yep, there you go. That's a +4.
Alright, you were being helped, so you can have advantage.
You gave me advantage. Okay. Oh, thank you.
You're getting lots of practice. This is good. Learning how to do the. Hopefully, there we
That's
go.
good. Spot on. She looks like a dark noble. Nightcat is proud.
Absolutely stunning,
I
Nettie.
clap.
Darling, thank you. I'm
Work
Lady-
it, girl.
Lady Cassandra Wentworth.
Cassandra Wentworth. I am Bram Greenwood. Your stalwart muscle.
Oh, thank God. Somebody needs to protect all these curves.
Yeah. Perhaps I'm a little bit lacking in the muscle department, but I make up for it with skill. I can't really disguise
sorry.
my muscles at the moment.
Ignore that. Ignore that. It wouldn't go away from the screen. Okay, shall we, boys and lady? Sorry, Miss Green.
Lead the way, Miss Wentworth.
Alrighty. Off we go.
Netwise, as you turn the corner, you find yourselves on a street that's been cordoned off by the city watch. Lying on the cobblestones are a half a dozen corpses. They're seemingly victims of some skirmish that happened here. There's watch officers that have disarmed and arrested 3 blood-drenched humans. And they look at you and see you coming, and they say, "Get on, nothing to see here."
Are you talking to our lady that way? I'll have you know she's here on business.
Thank you.
I don't recognize her.
You
No
wouldn't,
one here would.
darling. I've come all the way from Baldur's Gate.
Okay, make a deception check with advantage.
Yep. I've got a +7 if an
Got +4.
you got advantage.
Nice.
Not 20.
Okay, his eyes kind of grow wide and his eyebrows lift high, and he says, I'm so sorry, I didn't realize. Here, you can cut on through, just don't tell anybody."
No, thank you. And she like daintily lifts up her skirts and walks on.
I give him a stern look as we walk by.
Okay, so all right.
Sorry,
I
just
heard
to
a one
clarify,
gun.
is
Now
the whole
what?
party here, or is it just?
Yeah, the whole party's there, yeah.
Okay.
Garrett's not, unfortunately.
Where's Garrett?
At his
Garrett
house.
went home. I thought we were doing a long rest, so he went home. He says, "I'll see you guys in the morning." So everything that's been going on happened after he left. So, he has no idea what you guys are up to.
All right. So we continue our trek.
That's unfortunate. I'm sure you guys.
Just that.
Do you guys want to, like, the rest of you guys want to go back and rest at the yawning portal? You can. It'll cost you a silver for a room and a free breakfast in the morning.
Well, Garrett lives
Just-
in Waterdeep, so he just went home to his parents have a house in there, right? So here, I'll even throw it up on the map. It's just off of River Street by the River Gate.
Alright, down one party member, that's fine.
So we're heading towards. So. Okay, so are we heading towards the actual water? Is that our goal?
We're at the I think we're at the Skewered Dragon.
You're approaching. You're making your way through the dock ward to the Skewered Dragon. You weren't quite there yet.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Everybody notices that Garrett isn't there. What would you like to do?
Can we? Is it possible that we could sort of like retroactively say that we had rested, Garrett met with us, and then we're doing all of this, just so that way we're all together? Or is that a no-no?
You can if you want to, like.
I mean, I think we were against taking a long rest because we don't know what they're gonna do to this guy.
Yeah.
Well, maybe while we were dressing and everything, we were like, I could.
While
Why don't you guys go wake Garrett up?
yeah,
Yeah,
while
well-
was gone, since we decided to do what we're doing, while Bob was gone, one of us went and got Garrett.
I was gonna say I could have paid 5 silver for some urchin to go get him.
Probably just a waste of 5 silvers.
If this were at all relevant, I would tell Volo to go get him through my telepathic message. I don't think he'd know where he went, though.
I think the only one that might know where he lives would be probably the Nightcat, since she was putting this all together. But
Oh, Nightcat. Do you know where Garrett went, perchance?
Since I sent the letters, Muckle, do I have an idea of where he lives?
Yeah, you know exactly where.
Of course, I'm the world's greatest detective.
Oh, the
Ego,
world's
ego
greatest
much?
detective. Well, surely you could detect some
No,
message.
that wasn't in character. That was just a joke.
Okay, fine. Uh, I could send a little message to our friend Volo. I have my ways. Just tell me where he is.
Dan, where do you live?
I live just off of River Street.
Put a little dot there.
I put a little dot on my house.
Where? River Street, River Street. Oh, there's so many streets here.
He lives on River Street. At
On the
Very
house
close to the
address
river
here.
gate.
all the way to the
In-
east, in the middle.
Insert house address here.
Yeah, it's not all that far. This over here is where the yawning portal was, right? But he lives a few
I
blocks
would.
away.
Sorry. I would close my eyes and picture the words and say to Volo, "Don't panic. This is serious."
Before you get too deep into that,
Yes.
Nightcat, you'd be aware, I guess. Oh, what's your name? Garrett. Garrett would be aware too, but he's not here. That any arcane spellcasters are required by law to register with the government of the Waterdeep, so that they can be on call for city defenses, and a watchful eye can be kept upon them. If you get caught casting or invading somebody else's mind, especially out here in the open,
Oh, invading someone else's
it
mind.
might not be a good idea.
Okay, so
I would have enough.
I'm just going to say, while Bob was out getting things, one of us went and got Yolan and said, "There's a change of plan." Does that not save it all? It's not exactly far away.
It saves it.
Yeah, yeah. So the party knocks on your door. Garrett, who answers.
Yeah, in my PJs. Huh? What's
Change of
everyone
plan.
doing here? What's going on?
We were in the middle of a mission, sir.
Oh, I thought you guys were all going to sleep. Hang on, let me
Not
get my
quite
stuff. I'll be
yet.
right there. You hear an elderly lady in the background. Who is it? Don't worry, Mom. Just don't worry. You see, he comes out just a short minute later, still pulling on his clothes. Where are we going? Where are we going?
Are we hearing the mom in the back? Oh, they're your friends. Bring them in for tea.
No, Mom, we don't have time for tea right now. We gotta go. I'll see you later. I love you. Bye.
I love that.
Alright, Garrett storms out of the house about 10-15 minutes later, dressed fully in armor, with sleep in his eyes.
Back to the dock ward.
So you make your way back down to the dock ward and back to the smell of salt air and excrement. Back to the crime scene. Passing that, you see a series of strange shops. One of these shops kind of stands out from the others. It's all like deep purple, and its windows, you see a stuffed beholder. Above the door hangs the sign whose elaborate letters spell out Old Zoblob Shop.
Oh, well. We're busy, but...
She whispers over. She's like, "Oh, we're definitely coming back to there later."
Oh, definitely.
Well, we could pop in now. I mean, how long could it possibly take?
Right, so you guys have the attention span of a squirrel. First we're doing the heist mission, and now we're trying to rescue this guy. Now you guys want to go shopping?
You have a problem with squirrels, young man?
I
Squirrels
don't know.
are some
Do
of
you
my
like having
most
nuts in your mouth?
favorite companions.
All right.
Brain again looks to Nightcat and asks if she is absolutely sure, or I guess he is absolutely sure that this is the team that he wanted.
They're crazy, but they'll get the job done.
Nettie hears that and like kicks him a little bit in the shin. You know, for doubting us. All right.
I shrug.
All right. On to the skewered dragon to meet without contact.
So finally, in an alley that runs between Net Street and Fillet Lane in the Dock Ward, not far from the old Zoblob shop, you reach the Skewered Dragon. It looks like a ruin. Both of its front-facing windows are smashed, and a ship's anchor is lodged in the roof. Through the windows, you can see a group of haggard-looking patrons drinking from huge tankards.
Well, this is a place, and I would like to try and stealth somewhere to keep an eye on the front door.
I assume my position in front of my lady.
All right. Nedwise takes a huge breath, centers herself, and is like, okay, we got. Okay, head held high, she walks in.
As you walk in, nobody really seems to look in your direction. They're all kind of lost in their drinks. They all look rather kind of bitter, and as I said before, haggard.
Is there a bar area nearby?
Yeah, there is a bar there with a man wiping glasses standing behind it. He's kind of looking down at the glass intently.
Okay. She'll walk up and do we have the name of our contact? Or who we're looking for?
Loon.
We're looking for Flynn.
Loon is he's the guy who was taken.
Okay.
Not sure who we're looking for to get to him.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out like what I'm supposed to ask.
Miss Green, while this is going on, has slipped in the door behind them, using that the party as a distraction, and just sat at a table and is looking around, trying to see if they can see any way at anything, see if there's anything happening.
You don't see anything really out of place. This whole tavern seems to be rather depressing.
So sorry, just to recap, Volo's looking for Floon, and he said that he was last seen at this bar. But sorry, remind me why we got disguised to meet with a contact.
The disguise is for later, after the contact.
No, the disguise was the bar is owned by this crowd, isn't it? Or am I remembering wrong?
Owned by the Zentarum? I think so.
We're dressed up as the Zentarum to blend in, some of us.
Yeah.
So, do I see any Zentarum going in and out of back rooms or doors or anything? Muckle?
No, not at this time.
Okay, Nettie's gonna, again, I guess, because, again, she wouldn't be doing the dirty work. She's going to sit at a table looking very put out and look at her and look and say, like, loud, like, just loud enough for somebody to see, go see if they have something that might be just at least
Hello, lady.
palatable to drink, and ask the bartender if he's seen you know who. And just go. Just go.
Yes, my lady. Of course. Of course. And I rush over to the bartender and I try to like brush myself off and like puff myself up a little bit. This is part of the act. Uh, and I approach him like, my lady over there. She would like the finest this establishment has to offer. Is there and also she's looking for you know who. I look at him pointedly.
You know who?
Yes, you know who.
No? Who?
But you would know.
I don't know what you're talking about. But, that lady over there is looking pretty fine. I think the best I can offer you is just go to a different establishment.
Granted. And I sort of walk on back. Well, let me insight that first to see what I can gather from, you know, any scraps of information I can gather from his demeanor.
Can ooh.
Yeah, I can't really get much. I just go back to the table. My lady, it seems this place is not very fit for one of your ilk. There. What are we really here for?
Floon! Ask about Floon!
Bloom. Ask.
You can do it, Nettie.
Would you like me to go up and ask? Okay.
And then I go back up.
So she'll walk. Nettie will walk up to the bar and be like, "My dear gentleman,
What can I do for you?
yes. I'm unfortunately having to come to this place. I'm looking for a acquaintance of mine named Flu. Do you know where I may find this person?"
Yes, you know who. You know who.
It looks like this bartender is considering your words. Can you give me a persuasion check here, with advantage, because of your costume?
Okay. Persuasion. It's +2. We'll see.
Okay. Yeah, so he's, after a moment, he mentions that himself and several regulars remember seeing Volo and Floon drinking together a couple nights ago. After Volo left, Floon stuck around long enough to meet up with another friend, Rainair Neverember, the son of the Waterdeep's previous Open Lord. "Chip off the old block, that one," he sneered. "Just another spoiled, rich noble." The two of those two
Yeah.
drank and played a few rounds of Three Dragon Ante and kind of messed around a bit, and then they left around midnight, and 5 men were seen following them out.
You have been quite helpful, and I'll slide a gold coin over to
The men that followed Floon and Raynar out, they haven't returned to the tavern since, but they have been spotted near a warehouse on Candle Lane. Look for the symbol with the snake on the door.
Thank you very much. Did you hear that?
Yes, my
Serious?
lady.
Yes.
Right away, lady.
let's go quickly.
Garrett's just a wee bit sad he didn't get a chance to order a drink, but oh well.
All right, and she's gonna casually walk over to Nightcat and tell her what the bartender told us. So what's the plan? Do you know this Rainier? Does anybody know who Rainier is?
I think Garrett would have heard of him.
Okay.
In fact, it depends on what year this is set in, because Garrett's also familiar with the actual city of Neverwinter a little bit. His family has business there too, so depending on whether or not Neverember's there or not yet. That's backstory. So.
All right.
Do I know this place?
No, this place?
Yeah, with that
Candle
the snake
Lane.
symbol.
You know that end of town it's kind of dark and dingy. It stinks down there. All the street lights have been smashed. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of activity that goes on down there that you're aware of, anyway.
Well, with 5 men following him, can't look good. But I guess we gotta figure just head in that direction.
That seems like the obvious course of action to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
If our goal is to find this Floon, we need to go to this warehouse.
Okay. At this point, I guess we still need the
This screen comes
stuff.
up. Comes up. To the group now. Didn't straight away. She waited to make sure to see if there's anyone going to follow out our lady.
So, do we want to continue the ruse or do we want to go stealthy?
Oh, I liked the ruse. Let's continue it.
Okay. All right.
The 5 men
continue on.
They Zentarum.
Well, surely. This is a warehouse connected to the Zentarum, so I would assume so.
Well, then maybe you should not do the ruse and let the people who are dressed up like the Zentarum members try and get in.
Well, how do we know that the warehouse is connected to the Zentarum? We know the bar was, but we don't necessarily know the...
They just told me that the guys who followed them out were Zentarum.
Oh, okay.
Well, they also said the warehouse had the snake symbol on it.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Obvious.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay.
Maybe we head over there and keep a lookout to make sure we're not being tracked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay. So quietly and quickly. Let's go.
As you guys make your way into Candle Lane, the buildings on either side of the road are so tall and tightly packed together that no light seems to touch the street running through it. There's a gloom enveloping this narrow alley, and it's as dark as a dungeon. An odorous one at that. You guys can see that, as expected, nearly all the street lamps have been smashed. The only light that pierces the darkness is a faint flickering from down the lane, like a distant candle.
Well, I see how it gets its name. That
What's
must be
that name of it again?
the titular candle.
What's the name of it again?
The name of the street is Candle Lane.
Oh, the irony. All right.
I'm keeping my eyes on a swivel and protecting my lady.
Alright.
as we
So-
approach.
Okay, so as we walk through, we'll each look. We'll just start looking towards the. I guess head towards where we think the warehouses are and look for the symbol.
Yeah. Jackdaw is scanning all the buildings rapidly, looking for the symbol of the snake and for anybody peeking out of the windows into the street.
Okay, there are plenty of warehouses here, and as you approach the one candle that is still flickering, you note the doorway directly adjacent from it does in fact have a symbol with two snakes on it.
Okay.
This is it.
I'd like to slip around back and see if there's any rear exits or side exits.
Jackdaw's gonna.
I'll try to be stealthy.
The warehouse. Is it a single floor building?
Everyone's hearing themselves through your mic, Chief.
Oh, we got some music.
So it's a two-story building, and in like an upside-down L shape. You're standing before a large gateway leading into a yard. The gateway does not appear to be locked. Is a large loading door.
Okay. I see.
That is a man door.
I'd like to stealth and try and do a perimeter sweep.
So assume this is pitch dark. Is this pitch dark?
Yeah, it's dark
Yeah,
here.
Is the map supposed to be completely black?
Oh, thank God, it's not just me.
We're the bottom left.
Bottom left.
I take out my hooded lantern and light it.
Oh, there we are.
You know, if you like that, people are going to be able to see that too.
There's some very, very dim light available from the stars and the moon.
Oh, okay,
Wait.
then I won't light it.
Before we go in, let's get our story straight. Why are we here?
We heard there was trafficking, and we are in the business.
Okay, so I'm here so I'm scouting it for partnerships and business. Okay, got
For
it.
connections, yes.
Got it. Okay.
And
All right. I'll say.
And I am your security detail.
You guys notice that Bob is seemed to have crept off.
Serious? Knock on the door.
I knock.
while they do that, is there a way to sort of get around to the other sides of the buildings and see if there are windows to peek through?
So the only window you notice is right in front of Cedric.
Okay.
And it appears to be painted black, so you can't see through it.
Okay.
How high up is that window?
The window's about 3 feet off the ground. And Garrett, as you approach it, you note that it is in fact locked.
Why does Bob keep rolling at advantage?
Just have it always on so that you don't have to waste time toggling it.
And is there a way to get around the side of the building, or is it directly? Is it attached to the buildings next to it, so there's no way to get through?
There is some space, but not much. There's nothing a note in between, just a dark, small alley.
Yeah.
Okay,
Did I see
okay.
anything walking around there as into other points of entry, or is it just a solid wall?
There's no other points of entry, except for there's just a window, the big loading door, and the man door next to the loading door.
Is that like an outhouse or something over here?
That is something you're not supposed to see.
Okay.
Okay, so Jack Doug's going to stand next to the man door, just out of sight if the door were to open, but we're sort of ready to pounce in if needed.
I want a stealth check.
That's the man door.
Oh, so what is this dotted line?
It's like a large fence. It's a gated in
Oh.
yard area.
I see. I'm sorry. Can I hop over that?
No, you cannot hop over that. No,
The gate wasn't, I believe you said the gate wasn't locked though.
no, the gate's not locked.
I would be walking over to the entrance with Miss Nettie.
All right.
Is this the main entrance? This one? Okay.
Yeah.
I would knock on the door.
That's the gate. It's open.
Yeah. So I think we go
Oh,
through the.
go through the gate to the door.
Sorry.
Okay.
You guys,
Yes, I would knock on the door.
All right, select your tokens and roll initiative.
Oh, darn.
Hopefully, I won't die this time.
I rolled a 6 again.
Oh boy.
Man, that face really covers it.
Oh boy. Garrett, you're still outside the gate, is that right?
Hidden around the corner, just kind of watching quietly, keeping an eye on this window.
Is that the window there?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Sorry, I was confused by the gate with the dark vision and all that.
What's everybody's passive perception?
Mine is 13.
12.
Bob, it is your turn.
all right. So, what is my character aware of right now? Like these guys just knocked on the door, and then like that's about it.
That's about it.
Okay. I guess I will pull out a short sword and wait to see what happens. I'll take the dodge action.
Okay.
You guys, were these guys still dressed up like nobility and the bodyguard when they knocked on that door?
Yep.
Yep. I'm the security detail.
I'm just a
super
gnome, just a gnome
Oh.
following around, apparently.
I'm super secure. It's the night cat.
Meow.
Finally, the door opens and out storms a Kenku. Is not looking friendly at all.
Oh, that's cool.
Jackdaw, it is your turn.
Oh. Well, And he doesn't look friendly. Like, does he have a weapon brandished or something?
Were you not in the initiative order, Cedric?
I was, but I changed my token, so I just put myself back in and put my original score.
Sorry, DM. Is the Kenku in the picture? He's brandishing a knife. Is that the case in actuality?
It's actually he's brandishing a short sword.
Okay, he has a weapon. Gotcha. Okay.
He does, and he's dressed in black leather armor, black hood.
Okay. In that case, Jekdo's going to draw out his rapier. And can I hold my action? Well, nah, he's got a sword out. Jekdo's just going to make a lunge with his rapier and stab at the Kenku.
Okay, that is a hit.
Right. 5 piercing. And I guess that's it, right? Yeah. Oh, I guess I can move. Well, I get no opportunity attack, so I'll just stay there.
All right, Nedwise.
Jake is up.
The door's open. Now that the door's open, you can hear some squawking and squealing from inside. Nedwise?
Oh, she's muted.
Yeah, sorry.
Great.
I guess I'll just I'm gonna take a few steps back and more than that. Far away from that thing as I can. And I'm just gonna, I guess, shoot it with my short bow.
Okay.
And I'm like, what the hell?
A 10 is a miss.
Okay. And she's gonna go, well, this is not turning out to be a good night. And just, that'll be a turn.
Okay, Garrett, you are up.
How tall is this fence there?
It runs right up to the bottom of the second floor.
No way to sneak through it, basically, is what I was wondering. But
No, you can try to bend the bars somehow, or you can go through the gate.
I'm not that kind of strong, so, and I'm just going to move. 5, 30.
Action dash.
I can't see through there, but yeah, I guess that's what I'll have to do is I'll have to dash and that's all I can do.
All right, another Kenku is going to come storming out, immediately spotting Jackdaw. He's going to swing its short sword toward you.
Oh boy.
Thoughts and prayers.
That is a 20, dirty 20.
Okay.
For 8 damage, piercing.
All right. Awesome.
Miss Green, you are up.
I gotta move down along. Can I see through the fence to shoot through it?
Yeah, you could probably shoot through it. I'd allow that. The one in front then. See you pinging, but I don't hear you talking.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that one there. Yeah.
Oof. Miss Green has dropped her arrow.
Go to pick up, use my object interaction to pick up the arrow and move back behind the wall here and end my turn.
Okay. Serious.
Seeing that my lady's in danger, I will valiantly stride forward and draw my rapier to engage one of the Kenku, to engage these Kenku with Jackdaw. So yeah. That's an 8, and I was aiming at this one.
Okay, an 8 does not make it through its leather armor.
Alright. It was an honor serving you.
Where once Cedric stood, you now see Nightcat.
Wow, it's amazing how you did that for no action economy.
Man, theme.
I'm gonna throw a dart / battering at the Kenku in front of Sierra.
Okay, that's gonna be a miss.
But instead of a catarang, you have a batarang. I'm very confused by this.
We're all missing. It's so bad.
Oh no. Oh no.
We're level 1 rogues. This guy's got less hit points than a cat, probably.
Just, not use our disguises, stroll up to the door and stab the first guy that comes out. Great infiltration, 10 out of 10.
Well, he had a sword. What was I supposed to do?
Maybe tell him your story? Anything?
Also, maybe don't knock on the door if you want to infiltrate it.
If you're gonna do that, at least use a Zentarim disguise. Jeez.
Bob the Brain.
You guys were stealing from the Zentarim.
Is this thing over here next to Garrett? Is that a window as well?
Yeah, that is a window there that's been painted over black.
I am going to walk over this way. I'm going to pull a hammer out of my pack and try and smash that window.
Okay.
Big
See,
brain.
Garrett put away his thieves' tool and his little. He has a little crowbar. He puts them away. Like, oh well, you can do it that way too.
Is it broken?
Yeah, you can easily shatter that window. It was in fact locked, but it doesn't matter when you break the glass.
Alright, and then I'm going to try and get inside there.
Stealth.
Alright, so I'll do that and I'll maybe try and... That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, get behind cover over this way, and I'll plan my course of action for next turn.
Alright, this Kenku is going to step forward and come toward Nightcat.
Lack of opportunity.
That is an attack of opportunity from Jackdaw.
Okay. I just rolled with my rapier.
Yep. And that is a hit.
Finally.
Thank you, merciful DM.
It is wheezing. You damn near killed it.
Back, foul beast.
He rolled a 10 to hit, which does not hit Nightcat. Jackdaw.
Okay. I'm gonna use I have to use my action to disengage, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I'm gonna move. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna move all the way over there. And can I use my bonus action to switch to my short bow?
Sure.
Okay, and then I will end my turn.
I'm
there.
engaging this one if you want to hit it.
I don't have. I use my action to
Oh,
disengage.
sorry, yeah,
but I don't have
got
any.
Nedwise.
Okay. Okay, so because Sirius is engaged with that Kenku, I can get like
Sneak attack, yeah.
Sneak attack? Alright, cool. Alright, I'm gonna try again with my short bow.
Which one?
Oh, the one in front of Sirius, the one that he's engaging in. Yeah.
Okay.
13
13 just hits.
Nice.
Phew.
Alright, and I'm gonna tell. We just got him standing up. You gotta go after that guy all the time. Or plus another d6. Plus this.
Yeah.
Right.
6
6.
Nice.
whopping damage.
Okay, your
That's a lot.
arrow kind of lands directly into its belly where it was uncovered by the leather.
And that's my turn.
Garrett.
Alright. I will. Hang on, do I have a clean shot at this thing? Well, I'm gonna fire an arrow past Nedwise.
I'm short. You can just go right over me.
Yeah, well, either that I'm thinking I might, depending on how big this windowsill is, up 3 feet off the ground, you said? Like I'll hop up on
Yep.
the edge of this windowsill so that I'm shooting over her. I'll fire an arrow at this Kenku here. I won't hit.
You flip a little.
And then I will continue my movement and move on into here as well to take a look at what's possible threats in here. Can I climb on top of these boxes? And
Yeah,
take a look
sure.
over them? Just take a look and see what's around. Oh, good to know. And then I will pop back down and I'll use Thieves' Cant over to Bob, indicating, warning him that there's an enemy over that direction. And that's end of turn for Garrett.
Howdy.
Howdy.
I say in Thieves' Cant.
Ooh, a 23 for a piercing strike with the short sword on Sirius.
Hits.
Sirius, that'll be 5 piercing damage as the strike lands true. Miss Green.
Going to pop out from around the corner, peek out around the corner. I see the I can see through the fence, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Kenku that aim on a short bow.
You want to shoot the Kanku in front of Nightcat?
The one down here does damage, and I miss.
Yeah, that is a miss, unfortunately. Anything else? It's not serious.
It's not so serious.
We're waiting for that.
Uh, I will attack. Yeah, I'm just gonna attack this one because it's almost down. If I hit, it's gonna go down.
Ooh.
Jeez. Oh man.
I stumble from my wound and leave myself exposed.
Night cat.
Come on, my cat.
You might be muted, but that is a hit.
It's 4 bludgeoning damage. And that's my turn.
Alright. You can describe the kill if you'd like. Anytime you make a kill, feel free.
How are you getting unarmed attacks with dexterity?
Bob, it is your turn.
I'll draw my other short sword. 1, 2, 3. I guess I can see that guy, but there's not too much I can do.
Yeah, and as you're looking around in here, you see that, like, the tables and the chairs all about this place have been carelessly tossed across the floor, and all about the place you see, like, corpses. There's about a dozen men lying along the walls. Their rapiers and daggers are lying nearby.
No guts, no glory. So that was 3 squares. We're gonna go 4, 5. I guess in for a penny, in for a pound. I'm gonna say, Garrett, I might need a hand over here. And I'm gonna run.
What is your passive perception?
12.
You do not see that Kenku.
Okay. I do have dark vision.
He's hiding in amongst the stuff.
Okay, if I didn't see him, I wouldn't have went over there then.
Yeah, it's fine.
1, 2, 3. So
There was one that you could.
Well, if I wouldn't have got there, like I would have went 1, 2, 3 over here, and I would have seen maybe the one guy.
Yeah. Okay.
If I hadn't seen him, because Garrett said there was somebody over there, right? He pinged there, but I don't see him.
Yeah, I pointed out that there was a guy there, but my passive perception was 15.
Yeah, Garrett can see him, but Bob, you cannot.
Well, I told you there was someone there, but you didn't see him.
Right, so I will just keep my weapons drawn over here, then I'll step back and I'll ready attack for if something gets within 5 feet.
Okay. Jackdaw.
Alrighty. I'm gonna take my short bow and fire at the last remaining visible Kenku. Anyway.
Ooh, nice hit.
Sweet. 8 piercing.
Headshot.
Nice, yeah. It's gonna go through a little nostril hole in the beak and go right to his brain.
Oof.
And he'll stay standing for a sec before he falls over. And I'll run over here and end my turn there.
All right. Netwise.
Okay. How high up is the window? What, 3 feet high?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so it's taller than me. Okay.
I didn't think about that.
I'm gonna run over here, and I'm gonna. Oh really? Oh okay. Okay, yeah. Okay, so then. 15. So she's gonna take a step in the door.
I
and
wouldn't.
see what's going on.
Alright, what is your passive perception?
11.
So you can see one Kenku trying to hide right here.
Okay. And she's gonna yell back to the group behind her and yell, "There's more in here!" And she's gonna take a shot at it with her short.
Okay. Ooh, that is a hit.
Six piercing damage. And then I'm just gonna take a step away out of the doorway, and that's my turn.
Alright. Next up is Garrett.
Well, for my action, I'm going to attempt to use stealth. Then I'm going to move into a better position so I can hopefully get some sneak attack on these guys. I don't know if I can hide behind these crates or what I have here, but I'm trying to look for.
So Garrett, you can see the two that are kind of in a line, but not the one that's off to the right.
Okay. So I will, whilst action was to stealth and then my move to here, and then I can't really do any bonus action, I'll wait till next turn trying to get the sneak attack on these guys.
Alright.
That's end of turn for me.
Miss Green.
You're gonna move down towards the gate itself. I'm just gonna ready an attack if someone or dodge.
You can take the dodge action?
Yep.
Okay. So next up is Sirius.
My lady. I will then shoot my short bow at that Kenku. That's visible. My passive perception is 13, by the way.
Okay, you can see the two that are kind of clustered together, but not the one off to the right.
Alright, I can see that one behind it. Okay.
Yeah.
Then I would definitely go for the rear one, just in case I can down it in one shot.
Sure.
Yeah. 17.
17 hits.
All right. And that's an 4 piercing damage, and I rolled 1 on the damage, but
All right.
I revealed that one to Nettie. It's over there. Another one.
Yeah, it's been shot and it's reacted in pain, so he is now no longer hidden.
And that's the end of my turn. I'm gonna stay by Nettie.
All right, Night Cat.
Meow.
Looks like she's moving in, or he's moving in.
Nobody knows the true gender of Nightcat.
Night Cat is so quiet.
I guess I could get like a voice mod or something.
That'd be kind of funny.
Hello.
Where is she?
Yeah, I was gonna say that, but I was like, it's low hanging fruit.
That's okay.
It's just that 10. I forgot to change it back to normal.
Alright, you can see those two Kenku, but not the one off to the right with the little mask. But a 10 does not hit.
Mm-hmm. End of turn.
Alright.
Catarang.
Yeah, I changed it to Catarang. Are you guys happy now?
I'm happy.
It's just a dart,
I
basically.
can rest peacefully
Yeah,
at
it's
night
just a
knowing
dart.
that's changed.
Yeah, I was having real issues with this campaign, but now I feel quite good about it. So
The Kenku that, the last one that remained hidden, shot at Nightcat with a short bow and actually rolled max damage. That's 9 piercing damage, Nightcat. And the Kenku is now revealed.
Another king
Bob.
revealed at the cost of Nightcat.
meow.
So go 1, 2, 3, 4 over this way, and since I can see where he's hiding now, I will give him the old stabby stab stab. Ooh, look at that.
Oh.
Yes, for 8 piercing.
Alright, it is barely alive.
Alright, I'll give him the old offhand swing. It's gonna be a miss, though. On my turn.
Alright. This Kenku here is actually going to disengage.
Bastard.
Jackdaw.
Okie dokie. Is this window going to be difficult for me to climb into? I'm like,
You're gonna have to. Yeah, you're gonna have to. Aren't you a gnome?
yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna have to make an athletics to hop in there.
Okay, great. I'm sure that'll go well. Rogues are. Hey, what about? It's definitely athletics and not acrobatics, right?
Right.
Okay, here we go.
Wow. Yeah, you made it.
Oh, nice. Do I lose any of my movement to do that?
You don't lose your movement, but it did cost your action.
Oh, okay. Alright, so that's 5, 10, 15. Can I take can I use like a bonus action to take cover, or is that an action?
Basically, once you break line of sight, you're kind of behind full cover, so.
Okay. Alright, I'll end my turn there then.
Alright. This Kenku is also going to disengage. Nedwise.
Oh no. Why? Why?
Evening it, you can melee.
Yep. Not that she wants to. Okay, so she's gonna be like, really? Really? And she's just gonna stab. She's gonna stab the one in front of her with her short sword.
Yeah, that's a hit. You get your sneak damage.
Ooh. Alright, 8 piercing damage. Yes!
You stabbed him in the neck as he bled out squawking.
And you see her sort of do like this like little happy dance because she's never really fought before, and she's like, I'm kind of doing really well. I don't know why. She's like,
Thumbs up.
She's celebrating that she's a murderer.
Garrett.
So I am hopefully still at this point stealth, so I'm going to try to attack this guy at advantage from my hidden position.
Looks like that'd be shooting through a wall.
Okay, well,
You can aim for the other one. He's revealed.
then that's what we'll do. Okay. All right, come on. Let's hit this fucking guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go, and we'll have the sneak attack on that. It's 9 piercing to that guy.
Okay, you stuck him and he is screeching loudly.
And, since I'm exposed, I'm still going to just kind of continue moving, just so I can see what else is in the room. And that's end of turn.
Alright, Miss Green.
Gonna move in. I assume I don't see the Kenku over there, do I? Through the boxes and stuff.
They've all been revealed.
They have all been revealed, but the area you just walked through is actually like a large loading door that's closed. The man door is to the south of that, right where Ned Wise is standing.
What I'm trying to ask is, can I see the Kenku there? Through the
Yeah.
boxes and stuff?
Yep, you can see him.
I assume 11 does not hit.
Yeah, that is a miss.
I end my turn.
You might want to not be on the space of Nedwise.
Serious.
Alright. Yeah, I'm going to, since Miss Green is right there, just shoot with my short bow once more. Toward this Kenku.
Okay. You dropped your bolt, my friend.
Oh, darn. I'm gonna, take up my dagger and rapier and just be ready to melee.
Alright, Nightcat, could you whisper me a death save? Alright, this Kenku is gonna make a break for it as well. So I'm gonna take the dash action to get that far. Bob, it is your turn.
Bob's turn, huh?
It's old
Go.
brain.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I will drop one of my short swords and whip out one of my daggers, and I will chuck it at the Kenku there.
Okay.
Ka-cha, 19
Yeah, that hits.
for 12 damage.
Overkill.
All right, I'll point my hand at the other Kenku and I'll say, "You better surrender, and we'll let you live." And I'll end my turn.
Okay. Jackdaw.
Okay. I will move. Whoops. 10, 15, 20, 25. And this guy's still up, right? So I'll take a shot at him.
All right.
Surrender? I don't think so.
Right, because we don't need to get information out of these guys at all. We can just kill them. It doesn't matter, right?
21 hits.
We're trying to find Jesus
Okay.
Christ.
All right. Well, I can Can I choose to miss then? Is that a thing?
I'll let you retract your action this one time.
Okay. Then I'll just hold my action then. I don't have any more movement, so.
The Kenku's life flashes before its eyes.
Well, I thought there might be another one. I don't see anything, so as far as I know.
Netwise.
Okay.
Could you help stabilize Nightcat? I'm going to do that next turn.
I could try. Not that good at this stuff.
You can help me.
Okay. Okay.
Just give me the help action.
Yeah. Also. Yeah. So I'll just. Yeah. So I'll just give the Kenku a dirty look and help. Help Sirius with Nightcat.
Okay, that sounds good. Garrett.
I'll start moving up to see what's going on because I can't see from where I am. So you told this. So just so I didn't understand what was going on, you guys told the Kenku to surrender, or is it still in combat with everybody?
We told it to surrender, but it hasn't had its turn yet, so we don't know if it's going to accept those terms or not.
Then
I mean, the door is
blocked.
blocked and whatnot, so I think he's got nowhere to go. I think we have a good chance he'll surrender.
That's a good possibility, but I don't like the fact that Nightcat's just about dead there. So, well, they would talk. Shit, you know what? I will. For my action, I'm going to dash up and not attack it this round. I'm also going to get in here in case I can try to stabilize Nightcat as well if that comes to it. And that's end of turn for me.
Alright, Miss Green.
Miss Green just has a rapier out at the Kenku, points straight at Kenku and said, "My friend said surrender. Do it now, or I will run you through with this rapier," and just readies an action in case the Kenku tries to attack and doesn't surrender.
Okay.
That sounds like an intimidation roll.
Serious?
I'm going to move over to Nightcat, and with the help of Nettie, I'm going to attempt to stabilize. That's a 15.
Yeah, with the help you are able to stabilize Nightcat.
Alright. Nightcat is stable. And that's the end of my turn.
Nightcat, you can roll your d4. As this final Kenku drops to its knees, drops its weapons, and puts its feathers behind its head. With that, you're out of initiative.
I have a pair of manacles for my background, so I will manacle a Kenku.
Okay.
Alright.
Oh no, Nightcat.
Before everyone starts asking questions real quick, DM, you said there was dead bodies and there were rapiers around here?
Yes, rapiers and daggers.
Yeah, Garrett's going to grab one of those rapiers for sure.
Okay.
That'll save me having to buy one.
I'll go hunt. Well, I mean, we do that too. I'll ask Garrett to pick up the daggers too, if we could use those.
Yeah, so there's about 8 daggers you can collect throughout the room, and about 3 rapiers.
Cool. Does anyone else want those daggers?
You can take a dagger.
Okay, so you guys each want one, and I'll take the other 6.
That works.
It said there were 8 of them.
Well, if there's 8, we can each take one.
I could take 2.
My point is,
That would leave 4 daggers.
I don't know one.
I'll grab one.
Christ, okay, I guess we're all getting one dagger.
That still leaves you with 4. No, it doesn't say. It's more than this.
Oh, okay. I'll take one. I'll take only one then. I have 3 now.
Michael, can Jackdaw start sort of like scoping out the room, looking for traps or anything like that, making sure that the place is secure, there's no other entrances, etc.
Alright, there's not going to be much for tracks here because you're indoors walking on a kind of a wooden floor.
No, sorry, traps with a P. Trap.
Oh, yeah, you can give an investigation here of the room.
Sweet.
Alright, among this, in this room here, you don't really find any traps, not here. It looks like it was some kind of hideout. Looking at the bodies, 7 of them are human, clad in black leather, and they have a tattoo on the palm of their hands. It looks like a winged snake. And some of them have it on their arm or their forearm instead, but they all seem to have the tattoo. And the other 6 of them, they seem to have a tattoo in similar places that looks like a circle with 10 spokes radiating out of its circumference.
Inter-gang warfare.
Garrett's just listening at the bottom of these stairs to see if he hears anybody moving around upstairs by chance or anything like that.
And so who's good at perception or persuasion and intimidation?
I'm good at persuasion.
Alright,
I'm
maybe
good
you
at
can-
persuasion too.
You can try and persuade this king to talk.
I got a +5.
Are there any more of you in here? Bob will ask the Kenku.
The Kenku seems hesitant to answer.
Bob,
He would be. How about
Garrett, can I get a perception check from you while you're up there? 14. Continue.
Can I get the attention of the Kenku real quick?
Sure.
I'm gonna ask, what's that nifty tattoo mean? Seems very important. I would like to persuade him.
Okay. You can try.
Alright. Oh, sorry, just take the first one.
Alright, Sirius, I'll leave this in your hands.
Yes, that's a 23.
I'm serious. Can you also make a nature check as you're trying to communicate with this creature?
Sure. Let's see.
Yeah, okay, you've heard of them, but this is your first time seeing one. In a deep voice, he replies back, Xanathar sends its regards.
Oh, the Xanathar. Would I have heard of the Xanathar? I have proficiency with history.
You can roll a history. It'll be a higher DC if you're not from the Waterdeep or you don't have a criminal background.
Makes sense. Nada.
Yeah, no.
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Thank you. Tell him I send my regards back if you see him. I wink.
There's no time to loot the place. Just get him to the boss.
Who says that?
the Kenku. Can I get nature checks from everybody all around?
Sure. My -1.
Bob and Cass, you guys are aware that Kenku can only communicate through mimicry, through repeating things they've already heard.
I have speak with small beasts. Don't know if that applies in this case. Probably not.
No, not in this case.
I explained they can understand you, but they can only speak in. They only can mimic what they've heard from other people. So make sure you're asking your question in ways that will be able to be answered by things they've overheard.
Including my words. Okay.
Maybe we should just ask yes
plenty.
or no questions.
Certainly easier, but
Yeah, like maybe ask if they've seen Floon.
well, I'm not putting words in their mouth.
Upon hearing the word Floon, the name Floon, the Kenku kind of perks up and says, "Tie up the pretty boy in the back room and follow the yellow signs in the sewers."
Well,
Where
that
the
doesn't
sewers?
sound good.
The sewers.
They told you it was going to be trafficked. Is there a back room in this warehouse?
Yeah, Jackdaw's gonna look for a back room.
Okay.
Who's getting back at me for yesterday?
Sewers are back.
Can I get a perception check from those looking for the back room?
I would also be looking.
Can I use that feat to have a look?
You can, but there's no need as Garrett is easily spotted.
Oh yeah, it's 24 yet.
A door here. Secret door there.
While
Ooh,
we're
secret
questioning
door.
as well, I want to go over to one of the bodies that had the group with the black armor and skin one of the
Zendaya.
hands with the tattoos.
Ooh. The Zentarum, yeah.
Well, you can fake it or you can use a real one.
That is ingenuity.
So what would you like me to roll to see can I successfully skin the hand?
I would normally say survival, but I would also accept a sleight of hand.
Just not your hand, his hand.
Yeah, Cass, you tried, but you tried to pull off the skin all at once, and you completely ruined the tattoo.
Can I
If
try
you
it?
allow a sleight of
try
hand
another one?
from me,
You can try another one, but you're gonna have to wait for everybody else to
Oh, yeah,
decide
sorry,
what
yeah.
they're gonna do.
So Garrett will wave over anyone that's interested, saying, "Found a door." And then I'm going to take a look, investigate it, look for traps or anything of that sort.
Okay, Garrett, make an investigation check. With an 11, yeah, looks good.
Is it locked or? I'm happy with it. I'll try to basically open it.
Yeah, no, it's not locked. Inside, it's a very small room, and you see that 2 wooden crates have been stashed here.
oh,
Pull up my little small pry bar and take a look inside these crates.
Alright, the first of the 2 crates contains 4 wooden frame paintings. The paintings are wrapped in leather, and they depict the cities of Luskan, Neverwinter, Silvery Moon, and Baldur's Gate.
Okay. My word, fine. Silver Baldur's Gate.
The second crate it contains 15 10-pound silver trade bars. They're all black from corrosion, but they're still worth about 50 gold each.
I flag over the guys that are near us. Hey, looky, looky.
Yes, money. Excellent.
Is anyone any good at art? I know some people pay ridiculous for this stuff.
So yeah, trying to carry those all would be 150 pounds.
We have to split it up, but that's okay. We need to clear. Someone needs to watch the Kenku. We need to clear that second floor.
Yeah, and you didn't open the second door yet.
To be doing a good job of that.
There's also another door right here to a small room, right?
Right.
I'll stand watch on the staircase.
Can I try and wake Nightcat up? Did they regain hit points?
They're still unconscious.
Oh, okay.
3. Yeah, they rolled a 3 for the D4, but that's metagaming.
Okay. Alright.
The door to the back room there, kind of under the stairs, is kind of hanging loosely on broken hinges.
Oh, I wonder where that goes.
Jackdaw, as you get close to the door, it smells strongly of sour fish and vinegar.
I'll check it quickly for traps and slowly prod the door open with my rapier from a distance.
Alright, inside you see all kinds of discarded old robes and bundles of canvas and all kinds of different odds and ends and junk. And you also see a man standing inside.
Identify yourself, sir.
I beg your pardon. My name is Rainier Neverember.
We've heard of you. I'm sure a lot of people have heard of you.
And that'll be end of session for tonight.
Hey!
Alright.
That's not how I spelled Rainier.
I was not expecting that spelling either.
Rainier.
Alright, what are you guys' thoughts?
I think this team is gonna have some problems.
In the best way.
Yeah, I got a little too into character.
It's okay. We all fall down that.
I mean,
You
like,
committed.
my character, Sirius, got a little too into character.
You committed. I appreciate that. Sirius committed to what he wanted to do.
Yeah, he was having fun.
How was our Batman guy getting a dexterity mod on an arm strikes?
That was my fault. I was basing my attacks that I put in by hand based on my level 5 character that I originally made.
But so you're gonna dip monk for the Batman thing, Shadow Monk. And,
No, it's just a rogue. But since I'm variant human, I took unarmed fighting style.
Oh.
Yeah, that still doesn't use dex, so you need martial arts.
Yeah.
I know. That's what I just said.
Yeah.
I'm
It's corrected
probably
now.
gonna multi-class.
Yeah, multi-class. Everyone being I should have probably picked healer feat. I was considering it. We're not gonna have a cleric until at least 4th level, or any sort of healing.
Well, if this, wait a second. If we're level 1, how can it be?
Very
We
human
got
gets
2 levels. 2 levels to go.
Yeah, Variant Human gets defeated level 1. This Tosh's custom lineage.
Okay.
So you can have an arm fighting style level 1.
Any questions, comments, concerns, complaints about the session?
Was I popping in too much? Was I talking a little bit too much? Interrupting?
Absolutely. You need to cut that shit. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
My
it was
heart.
just absolutely unbearable.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Jeez, don't bully me.
No, you're
No.
fine.
I am curious where this goes.
Yeah.
And how much trouble we'll
I'm-
get into.
I'm still pretty new to playing D&D, so I appreciate everyone's patience and tips and tricks and such.
I haven't played much, but I've been thinking about it for a low-key obsessed since high school, so...
This was my
Can I just get my rolls better?
It was just so strange. I've only played D&D on D&D Beyond, so it was like this was the first time I'd used the character mancer sheets. So it was like, where is everything?
Yeah.
I guess kind of the one thing I thought was maybe a little bit weird is like we had the whole handout for doing the whole Dragonheist thing, and then this whole thing with the Kenku seemed kind of like a little bit random.
Yeah. It is a little distracting, but it is also interesting from a world-building perspective. Just it opens up the intergang conflict between the Xanathar and the Zentarum.
I'd also go. I assume there's going to be, shall we say, since we're going to be rescuing Reynard, which is the son of the guy who stole the dragons, maybe we're going to get some information. Not to medicate too much.
Yeah, and there's a thing with World
Yeah,
War
we
II.
just
Like the whole,
like that.
yeah, but the whole pitch for the quest kind of seemed a little bit like, why would our characters do this if we've just been meeting to discuss some other heist, right?
Yeah, that's true. It'll make a little more sense in a session or two.
They're at play.
Well, the reason we took it was not only for the gold, but for the information, so...
Yeah, that's right. We negotiated to get information from the wizard chronicler guy, Volo. So...
It doesn't feel that off to me, I guess, but that's just my opinion.
I mean, I asked him if we could get information as part of the quest job, right? It was like if you're going on a heist to steal 500,000 gold dragons, and someone comes in and says, "I'll pay you 10 gold to rescue my buddy," like, what's your group of criminals gonna do, right? Probably go ahead with the heist, in my opinion.
Yeah. It's
What's the honest answer? They're going to say yes, we'll take the money, and then not do anything about it.
Yeah, it's kind of like meant to be an introductory kind of quest to help build up the world and that. But the information thing was a good call, I think. That's definitely going to help out.
Metagaming that I did, the one bit of metagaming I did was, like recognizing that was probably an introductory quest.
I think it was pretty obvious to everyone that was supposed to, like, we were supposed to do it. It's a pretty obvious plot hook, right? Just in character, it just felt odd.
Yeah, and I said myself, these things are rarely disconnected. Or
I think if I was gonna lead with that, I would have everyone in the bar randomly have that whole thing trigger, and then introduce the Dragonheist thing if Rainer Neverember is gonna give you that for rescuing him or whatever, right? And have that lead in.
Yeah, you didn't know Rainer Neverember was involved either.
Right. So like after you rescue him and you recognize him, right? Then you can say thanks for rescuing me, and then maybe he gives you your hint for the gold heist, right?
Maybe he will.
Yeah.
we'll see.
I think that would have been a more natural flow.
But yeah, you guys good for this time next week, or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sundays seem
Yeah.
to work normally pretty good.
Yeah, it should be okay. I once every 3 weeks I